Peace. What it is. All right. This video gonna be about some words. These words, right? The word Hebrew, the word Jew, Israelite, and Moor, and Moab. All right. I was going back and forth with a brother about a week ago, maybe, and I put some up there about how we in this position because we basically lost our way with God. Long story short, and the whole God will smite you, Israel, because of how you act, blah 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 blah, ordeal, right? And he was like, yeah, I agree with you, except for the fact that we not Moors, and he shot me a verse where it speaks specifically about. And here's the okay. It speaks specifically about the children of Israel and Moab, and how Moab was basically terrorizing. No, excuse me. How the children of Israel was basically terrorizing Moab. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I looked at that verse, and to be honest, at the time, I hadn't really made it up in my mind yet, the distinction between a so-called Israelite and a so-called Moor. I assume you a Hebrew, you Israelite, you a Jew, it's all the same thing, right? And it's basically all Moors, right? Well, first off, whom isn't familiar with the Jakub Experiment? Okay, Elijah Muhammad brought it out to the world, to our community, that there was an experiment. It was called the Jakub Experiment. I'm not about to explain it. Look it up. All right. Now, if this was actually true, then there would have to be references to it, right? Somewhere, right? Bam. Jacob. Jacob's name in Hebrew is Jakub. Goddamn. There it is. All right. Jacob is, what is it? Genesis 32:25, I think. Genesis, his name was changed to, Jacob, his name was changed to Israel, right? So, you got the 12 tribes of Israel. You got his 12 sons, right? Now, in that verse that the brother sent me, it says specifically, the children of Israel. You have to understand there's a difference between Israel's children, I know this ain't gonna sound right, and the children of Israel. Alright? This is the problem with the Bible. Alright? It's coded. There's codes. And if you don't deal with the metaphysics of it, then you're not gonna understand it. If you just read it, then names are changed. Like, okay, for example, the word Hebrew, alright? The word Hebrew does not denote a people. All right? Okay? You know what denote means? Denote means, the denotation of a word means its true meaning. The connotation of a word means a meaning in which it had taken over time. A good example would be the word bad. Bad means something that's not good. So denotatively, bad means something that's not good. But if you say I'm a bad motherfucker, that means you good at something, right? So connotatively, bad can mean something that is good, all right? So you can understand the difference between denotative meanings and connotative meanings, okay? The denotative meaning of Hebrew means to cross over, all right? That's why they're synonymous with the Passover, because it means the same thing. That's what the word Hebrew means, all right? Now, the way it got attached to a people, because the Hebrews was the ones who crossed over the river many times, meaning they were a seafaring people. All right. In actuality, it was the Hebrews, like Nibiru, like that planet Nibiru. They say it was Hebrew, and that's how it got transliterated to Hebrew. But I ain't gonna get into that. Look it up, goddamn. But anyway, Hebrew means to cross over, and esoterically, it means to cross over from the lower self to the higher self. So it'll be those people whom have reached a higher state in consciousness. All right. So That's who the Hebrews were. If you look it up, it'll tell you that, that word is not specific to Hebrew. To the Hebrew language. It's in Egyptian, it's in Chaldean language, Canaanite language. The Hebrew language is actually the language of Canaan. Like, the Hebrew people didn't call it the Hebrew language, they called it the language of Canaan, because this land where they call Canada is Canaan land. And Moab, since we going there, is actually where we are now. Moab is America. All right. In the Bible, it'll tell you that Moab was Canaan, or came out of Canaan, or next to Canaan land, or blah blah blah. So Moab and Canaan was one and the same. Just like you can look at it like the way I got it figured, Canada and North America, or United States, put it like that. All right. So that's what Moab was. Moab was the nephew of Abraham. All right. So, still family. You understand what I'm saying? Like, regardless. All right. Now, Jew in Judah. Jew comes from Judah, and Judah is Yahudi. Yudah. It's Yod Daleth He. All right, which is the hand of God expression of the hand of God, which is the line of Judah. All right, which Judah means the praised one, because I ain't got my hair no more. Damn, you know what I'm saying? But the Hebrew, the whole hair thing, the lion thing, strong king of the jungle thing. It's because basically you are the direct line of God. Basically. That's why they say Judah was the strongest of the Israelite. Because all that is coded, family. Like, that's not literal. You cannot read that Bible as a literal book. You are going to lose. All right? I mean, the lessons are literal. You can read it and take the lessons and apply them to your life. But, Jesus did not walk on water and die on no cross for you. Did nobody live inside no wells. Those are allegories. You got to understand that type of shit. So, the whole 12 tribes things, this was a part of the experiment. You got to go look that shit up. All right, so Judah is Yahudi, which is basically the hand of God. And a Jew, literally, really, a Jew in Judah, a Jew is one becoming a Yahudi. So, whatever. Still the same thing, basically. And then you got Israelite. Now, Israel is really in Hebrew, it's Sarah and El. Now you remember Sarah was Abram's wife. Now you remember Sarah was barren. Remember, she couldn't have kids, but God, the Most High, blessed her and let her have it. She had a child on the promise of God. So that's basically, even though Abraham was the father, that's basically immaculate conception, because she couldn't have kids, right? But he prayed and then she had kids, right? So when you would say you are Israelite, you basically saying you coming from God. You are the seed from the Most High, the seed from Sarah, which came from God. That the word is literally Yod, which is the hand of God, and then Shin Ra, which is Sarah, Shinra, and then El, which is God. So it's and that's metaphysical. It's not a person. We're not talking about a person here. We're talking about a principle. The fact that you come from a promise from God. That's where your existence comes from. That's not a physical earthly existence. That's cosmic. That's the whole point of being an Asiatic. Now, 9 minutes. We're gonna sum it up with Moor. Look here. Hebrew is what we did. All right. You understand what I'm saying? Moab, on one instance, is a land in the Bible, right? But that's coded because Moab is Mu and Ab, which Mu is the mother, Ab is the father. So when you say you a Moabite, you essentially saying, once again, you're one who descends from the mother and the father. You see what I'm saying? So that's Moab. You know, that's the code in that, right? So Moab and Israel is essentially the same thing. You know, just the land was Moab, and Israel was, you understand what I'm saying? Is what I said it was. God damn it, I ain't going back. All right, now Moor. Woo-hoo, niggas. Moor. Look, hey, look here. All right, Moor is in Genesis chapter 1, verse 14, when it says, "Let there be lights in the firmament," talking about the sun and the moon. That word lights is more, nigga. Well, y'all don't get it. Look, if you're not gonna get into the metaphysics of it, you're not gonna understand it. You're not gonna understand it. What are we? What are we? What is your dark skin? What is that? Children of the sun, right? Huh? Don't you know? Sun and the moon. Ain't the black man the sun and the black woman the moon and the earth and everything else in this motherfucker, right? More. Okay, light is All right, you are. You know, Abraham was from the land of all right, light is and when they say lights, they put the M-A in front of it. Mama's lights. Moors, nigga. Look, man, look, it is what it is. So, you know, when you say Israelite, right? When you say Israel, you're saying son of Sarah. But when you say Israelite, you're saying a light version of son of Sarah, right? Children of Israel, right? Those are the children of Esau. Now, you notice Esau was Jacob's brother, but Esau didn't have a nation of his own, huh? He wasn't part of the 12, right? Those are the children of Israel. And if you look up what Esau means, it means red man, ruddy, rough. So we talking about the Roman, we talking about the creation, we talking about the Jakub experiment when you say Israelite. So let me rephrase. Israel is son of Sarah, son of God. Israelite is son of the experiment, or the children of the experiment. So I hope I made that clear. And more means more. So peace and love. Take it easy.